This one is truly special. This is Humphreys' Parables of Our Lord, an incredibly rare book that was once imported by what used to be the Appleton bookstore in New York City in 1850. Only 2,000 of these copies ever made it to America from England. Most of these have vanished or fallen apart, and this is actually the second copy that I've handled in my bookbinding career. Today, you're going to get a front row seat to a rare book that almost nobody sees in person. Humphreys was a medieval devotee, kind of like myself, and he spent his youth studying illuminated manuscripts in Italy. He was convinced that medieval bindings were both art and devotion, and he wanted modern bookmaking, which at the time was becoming more industrialized, to marry faith and craft without losing the precision and artistry of happy memory. His aim wasn't mass-market fluff. He envisioned a book that you could gift that was steeped in Gothic grandeur, whose cover felt like a carved shrine, and whose pages glowed like stained glass. More on the covers in just a moment, but let's turn to the pages of the revolutionary color technique he used to illuminate them. Chromolithography let him layer dozens of colored stones, crimson, ultramarine, ochre, gold. Each pass built depth and saturation. When done well, the inks on the page looked like translucent glazes. These plates weren't cheap, however. Each color plate meant extra time and expense, and yet Humphreys pushed it because he believed that the parables deserved nothing less than a luminous presentation. And you can really get a sense that he was a true artist. True art magnifies the beauty and the wonder of God. He, being a creator himself, gives the artist a wonderful opportunity to collaborate with him to create something of beauty, something that's enduring. And that's what Humphreys did. He went on to make many other titles, some with covers like these, but also on different topics. He was also a numismatist and went on to write a book on that subject. The numismatic art is the study and the collection of currency and coins. And coin collectors today rely very much on photography to catalog and sometimes sell their coins online. But there's a problem. You may see it here in my eyeglasses. The problem is glare. Glare makes it very hard to capture all of the details on a reflective object. The same light that illuminates the gilding on these pages also presents a challenge to show the true beauty of this book in video form. But in no doubt a spark of atom moment, one numismatic photographer found a creative way to manipulate the physics of light to his advantage. It's called the angle of incidence. Now, if you remember, and I don't recommend you watch this movie, but if you remember the movie from the 90s, The Mummy, there's a famous scene where the main actor, who I forget his name, shoots at a mirror inside of a tomb in Egypt. The light bouncing from mirror to mirror, that's exactly what the angle of incidence is. The angle at which light hits a reflective object is the angle it bounces off. Pretty simple, right? So if you position your light at just the right tilt, the gold inks inside these pages, they spring to life. This photographer discovered that placing a piece of glass at 45 degrees and lighting it from the side reflected the light perfectly on the coins that he was shooting. And it allowed him to shoot through the glass, capturing the fully illuminated coin without the problem of glare, since the light isn't actually reflecting into the lens. Before I show you that, I guess I should explain what even is a spark of atom. Before the fall, Adam and Eve, our first parents, had the full potential of their intellect. They possessed a vast knowledge of the world, of many things, and they were able to do incredible things with it. Now, after the fall, due to Adam's negligence and both his and Eve's disobedience, our intellect was darkened by original sin. A spark of Adam moment is when, a little bit of that intellect breaks through despite all odds. You often see it in children. I see it in my children. It's not always. It's just sometimes you see the way that they reason through things, or some of the ideas of men, just like this photographer, who was able to solve an interesting problem regarding light. Outside of an archive, many of you will never see the true beauty of this book. But I'm going to borrow this technique to give you an exclusive first-person perspective of these pages.
I'm going to attempt to repair this copy. Unfortunately, this one is missing pages, and this is more common than you would think with older books of this time period. People would usually take out the printed plates and they would frame them and decorate their houses with them. Unfortunately, they would not put them back when they were done, so they get lost. They usually get sold as one-offs. But providentially, I took high-quality photographs of the first book that I repaired in 2019, and I printed the missing pages. And although they're not a 100% match, I will keep them in this case to preserve this amazing book for my family's personal Christian library. If you want to see how I tackle this restoration, make sure to follow me here on YouTube and leave a comment to let me know that you're interested. I know it sounds silly, but it really is a big encouragement, and it might inspire me to finish it faster, sooner rather than later. Well, that's it for this video. We'll see you on the next one. May God bless you and Our Lady keep you.